So I'm making this video um, just because I was prompted, and I'm mentioning that beforehand because this dream is from probably like 2 years ago. I didn't even write it down because um, when it happened, uh, it wasn't. I can remember it very clearly. Not 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 every detail, obviously. Again, you know how dreams go. But yeah. So basically, in the dream, I was in this forest glade area. It was kind of like a foggy. Um, whether it was morning or evening, I couldn't really tell because it was foggy. It was just that foggy. You probably couldn't see past 50 yards. Um, and basically in this glade, it was kind of like a like a like a small grove of trees. Like the trees weren't huge. It was just like a small. It was like it was it was just like a small little like forest clearing, whatever. And I was standing looking forward um, at first, just kind of like looking at my surroundings, and then I looked to my left and I saw a bear sprinting towards me, and it happened in the dream such that the Holy Spirit had me not like have any like have any emotions towards the bear. Like there wasn't any fear. There was like when I saw the bear running towards me, it was just a matter of fact type of thing where it was like, okay, so there's a bear now. So it ran towards me, and I thought it was running to me at first, but then it ran like straight past me. Like the bear didn't even acknowledge that I was there. It just ran straight past. Like it probably started off about 30, 40 yards away, and then when it ran past me, it disappeared in the fog about 30, 40 yards away. Um, and so I walked forward, and I eventually got to another clearing, uh, like another glade area, and there was a giant metal stage within this glade. And when I got to the clearing, there was um, there was probably about like five other people who had also gone to this clearing, and I recognized one of them because this was a female from my middle school. Um, we weren't like cool or nothing, but we didn't like it was kind of like we didn't like really like pay attention. Like if we saw each other now, we'd be like, hey, what's good, what's fun, hey, like saying hi and whatnot. Um, acquaintance. That's the word I'm looking for. We were just acquaintances. Um, so in this clearing, there's about five of us or whatnot, and the stage is there. The stage, it was a metal stage. It was like something you might see at a concert. Um, the stage wasn't huge. You could tell that it was built. Um, in the sense that if you ever go to a carnival or you see a carnival being set up, in the same way that carnival rides are usually stuffed, like folded in on themselves and then tucked inside of a truck trailer. That's the sense that I got from this stage, is that it was put up in the sense of it's not one of those like huge, humongous, you know, it's not one of those like huge, like you know, big, gaudy, projected. It wasn't like a large stage. I mean, it was a large stage, but it wasn't like you know, it wasn't like stadium or nothing. It was if I had to measure it again, it'd probably be like if I like looking at it, the stage like from left to right was probably like 20, 30 yards. And so we walked up on the stage, the five of us, and I think some of us were smiling. We weren't feeling bad or anything. I think the majority of us were smiling because we kind of like when we got on top of the stage. Also, there were lights on the stage. There were like floodlights, if that's what they be called. I think there were like the floodlights on top of the stage, and again, like when we got to the when we all like we basically like walked up in a straight file line, and we stood on the stage, and like I said, I think some of us were smiling. Um, but basically, when we got up on the stage is when the dream ended, and I think the reason I'm not, you know, I'm not sitting here trying to presume, but I'm just gonna say this and put this out there because, yeah, um, I think I think a reason why the Lord had me bring something like this up now is considering it. Like I said, it was like this is like a dream from like 2 years ago. Um, but I think the Lord wants to mention something about um, this being a time of specifically people who may be close to him. Basically, those types of people are he's trying to like set them up in spots of elevation or advantage or like spotlight. Maybe is the word I'm looking for. He's putting them in positions of spotlight, perhaps. But the thing with the bear, I had a previous stream where the bear. Well, actually, I'm not even going to say nothing about that. It's for the whoever this is for. The Lord will, the Lord will tell you. Um, but yeah, it seemed like it was something that had to do with elevation. But seek the Lord on this. I'm nobody. I could be wrong. So yeah. But I hope we can receive this.